We as a distributor sell our own products, package of retail cookies, 4-pack of cannoli. And obviously I'm interested in selling my own products on my own trucks. I happen to be a manufacturer with distribution trucks, and I happen to be a distributor with a manufacturing capability, which is a little strange or different than what you normally typically find. On the distribution side, we sell specialty products primarily to grocery stores that require some type of specialized attention at store level. And that specialized attention is either that the products are have a limited shelf life, and therefore the right amount of product needs to be sold into the store, rotated properly, so that it doesn't all go out of date and someone loses money. Or they're fragile products or need special handling, and therefore someone like us and our people, we can control that, potato chips, pretzels, etc., that might otherwise become crushed through alternative distribution. Or they're just smaller volume types of products. What's interesting to me is I take my trucks to my customers, let's say every week. We go to every single Wegmans store every week. And the truck goes to that store regardless of how many cases of product I have selling to that store. And the truck drives to Maryland in this case, into the Wegmans stores in Maryland, and the same amount of gas, and the same amount of depreciation on the truck, and the same driver wages, and the same hotel for the driver. And if the truck pulls up and sells 100 cases off that truck, and therefore I have revenue associated with it, I have the same cost structure for the most part as if I, in the case where I'm selling 1,000 cases. But obviously the revenue is different if I'm selling 100 cases of product versus 1,000. So my interest is, as a distribution side, to continue to add new products that I can sell to my existing customers, where I'm already sending my distribution trucks to those customers and have the infrastructure in place to service those. And they're the types of products that need special handling, and therefore the margin, the profit margin associated with that is high enough to allow me to provide the resources at store level for that specialized handling. We have a lot of experience with breads through a freeze, and thaw process. We have our employees spend a lot of time in the bread aisle at our customers. We understand how to manage that process, and the Monk's Bread fits perfectly in. It's a turnkey operation for us to add it to our offerings to our customers in the geographies where we're allowed, to do that vis-a-vis their current distribution arrangements. Well, if you look at the bread aisle as a whole, the trends aren't, it's not a growing, robust industry sector like a natural product sector might be, or some other sector you can.
Or like even biscotti.
Yeah, or even a cookie or a biscotti that might be growing at 2 or 3 or 5% a year naturally by bringing out new products or additional consumption, new consumers. The bread industry's flat, best, or if not declining. There's a diversity of new products that come in that cannibalize other existing products out there. I can speak specifically to my customer base, which is Wegmans Market and Tops Market. But Wegmans is promoting their own brands, so Monk's Bread is competing with Wegmans brand for shelf space and attention within the Wegmans stores, which I think is an important customer to them. But what distinguishes Monk's Bread, in my opinion, as well as some other regional products that we sell, is they do have a recognized presence regionally. And how far that travels is a question. How far does the Monk's Bread brand travel beyond this particular region where they're well known and have been around for a while? Probably the most interesting fact or information I received from Kevin Baker, because when I've been discussing with the Monks and Kevin about expanding their distribution beyond New York, one of the first questions I asked is, who in Maryland knows anything about Monk's Bread? I'm going to take it in, and if it sits on the shelf for 21 days or 15 days, whatever the shelf life is, and it spoils and goes bad, I give my customers the money back. I take out the stales. That's not a very good business model. So I don't have an interest in putting something on the shelf that's not gonna sell. They say, ask, what's the question? How's someone gonna know bunk spread in Boston or New Jersey or Maryland, which is where I will take those products? And Kevin provided some very interesting information because they have a relatively vibrant online business, and they've continued to invest in that and encourage that. And he gave me statistics, which I also passed on to Wegmans because they asked the same questions. Why would I use valuable shelf space in my New Jersey or Maryland stores for a product that I don't know is going to sell? There's other things they can put on those shelves. There some very interesting statistics that Kevin has regarding their online sales within specific zip codes that are within 20 miles of a Wegmans store. Very high, very extraordinarily high and significant sales of the monk spread products to customers located in specifically the geographies outside of New York State where the Wegmans stores exist. And that may translate to other geographies as well. I wasn't provided that information or looked at that. And therefore, there's a stronger than you might think element that there are consumers or existing customers who are purchasing monk spread that would be interested in looking for those products in the grocery store where they normally purchase other products. And I think that is something that distinguishes monk spread, the online presence and customer base that they've established that I haven't seen in some of the other products that we distribute.